So we got the man successfully through the surgery, and he was about almost 3 weeks recovering. Most of the time, if we do a hernia operation, we do the operation today, he stays at the hospital tomorrow, and he's on his way back to the village, on day number 3. So this guy was there for almost 21 days. The idea of how extensive his problem was. But at 21 days, when he went back, we took him back to mile 91. When he got out of the vehicle and he saw his son was, I think, 35 or 36, much taller than he is. He grabbed his son, picked him up, and was dancing, holding him off the field, dancing around and around, holding him in the air. And, I mean, people just cheering. And, I don't know how much of that is on video. I'm not sure. But which village that is, I'm going to try to find that because I think that's very poignant footage. But anyway, he set his son down and started kissing his children and his grandchildren and everything. And his son came to me with tears in his eyes and said, "Doctor, what you've done is a miracle, and there's no way we can repay you." He said, "My father hadn't been able to pick me up since I was 15 years old. Said he had this problem a long time, but the problem's been getting worse and worse through the years. And these other doctors that we've had him to, these other surgeons, were afraid to tackle the problem." So come find out that this man is a Timothy King, Osoko. I didn't know what Osoko means, but I know that the day after surgery, when I went to check him, he was slouched down in the bed, and I needed to get him up so that I could test and make sure that he didn't have high fever in the areas where we had done the surgery. So when I grabbed him by his arms and slid him up in the bed, one of his sons, and it's not the one that he picked up, but another one of his sons, said, "Oh, you grab a circle like that?" And something just flipped back here in my head. I don't know where it is. If I could find that, it off. But my feelings generator, I was not in control of. And I turned around and I grabbed that fella, and I picked him up off the floor. And there was a bed, and I pushed him back across the bed where his back was on the wall, and said, "I'll pick up Osoko and anybody else anywhere I decide to. You got a problem with that?" And the guy was shocked. And I said, "You have a problem with that?" And then I brought him back, and I dropped him. He hit, and he dropped back on the bed. And I turned around to the old man, and I grabbed him by his arms, and I raised him off the bed, and I said, "Do you have a problem with that?" And the man looked at me, and I set him back down in the bed. Then he put his head in my lap like a little child. And then something said, "You see, the demons got control of that thing for a little while there."